Hi, everybody. Zipporah Wayne here, my happy heart coach. I wanted to pop on today, on Thursday, and talk about Lolly's chirping in too. She wants to be a part. So, talk about it's the little things that make a big difference. And they say Hashem is in the details. And I believe that to be true. Can you imagine? Think of things where you see Hashem in the details. Oh my goodness, she's chiming in, isn't she? I want to start off with something from the Parsha, from Parshas Balak, the Torah portion of this week. And it's from, again, Growth Through Torah from Rabbi Pliskin. So this is Parshas Balak. Nothing stands in the way of a strong will. Make sure my volume is up enough. There we go. That should be better. Hope you can hear me okay. Nothing stands in the way of a strong will. From Bamidbar, Hashem came to Bilam at night and said to him, if these people came to call you, arise, go with them. So the Talmud of Makos takes note that previously in verse 12, the Almighty told Bilam not to go with Balak's messengers who requested that he accompany them to curse the Jewish people. From here, the Talmud derives the principle, in the way a man wishes to go, he's led. If a person wants to do evil, he will be able to do so. We have free will, right? But he will have to pay a heavy price for his successful completion of his evil wishes. Conversely, someone who wishes to study Torah and fulfill the Almighty's commandments will be successful. When you wish to travel along a certain path in life, you will be divinely assisted. Nothing stands in the way of a strong will. There are many things that we wish for half-heartedly. When you strongly set your mind on a particular goal, you will have the strength and abilities necessary to meet that goal. What a person truly wants in life, he will usually obtain. Rabbi Victor Miller comments that the Almighty guides the person who seeks wisdom, and the amount of guidance is in proportion to the earnestness of the seeker. When you feel a strong need for something, you will not feel the difficulties which you encounter, even though you might have to work very hard to accomplish your goals. When you are not strongly motivated to do something, you'll procrastinate. It will take you a very long time. Moreover, you will not do a very good job. It's up to you to intensify your will to do good. The stronger your will, the more you will actually accomplish. Lack of spiritual accomplishment does not come from lack of ability, but from lack of will. Work on developing a strong desire for spiritual growth. You'll be amazed at the positive changes you will experience. So as always, I relate this to parenting and to relationships. So nothing stands in the way of a strong will. And the reason you're here with us in the Raising a Mensch Facebook group is because you are committed and wholeheartedly dedicated to having the best relationship to raising a mensch and being a mensch. That's why you're here. So nothing will stand in your way, in my way, in our way, if this is what we are committed to with Hashem's help. So I believe it starts with the small things. Having gratitude for everything. We have Hakar Satov, appreciation for the little things. So if we want to develop and consistently maintain and strengthen our relationships, if that is the will and the direction you wish to go, it always starts with the small things. Nothing happens overnight. So we start with gratitude. I was in a coaching call with someone the other night. I'm also being coached always to, upgrade myself as well on a regular basis. And they said, what are your wins? And we think of the big things. Well, I haven't done this week. I haven't done this week, but what have I done? And she had this wonderful perspective, these always wonderful reminders of you're breathing. You got up this morning You have a house over your head. You have clothes. These are all gifts from Hashem. Not everyone is in the situation. So we have children to love. People, we daven for our children, right? And then when we have our children, we're like, oh, this is the hardest thing, the greatest struggle and the greatest joys. I want to share with you also, I found a friend the other day had shared some thank you Hashem stickers. And this one, I did my glasses for this, says, Hashem sends the most difficult challenges to his most capable soldiers. Here's another one. My child, you worry too much. I've got this, remember? So Hashem is guiding us along the way. And you're in the right place. You're in this together. No one escapes struggle in parenting. That's where we grow personally and spiritually. And I want to give a story about it's in the small things. I shared this in the Facebook group. This past week, I had an opportunity with our shul event to go axe throwing. I've never thrown an axe before. Have you? And I'll tell you, this is lahavdil, like parenting. To cover her next time. She wants to chime in, learn some Torah with us. So I was determined to get a bullseye. I'm 4'11", but I am mighty. So I wanted to get the axe in, and I threw tons and tons and tons. I was persevering. I was determined to get this thing in the bullseye. Is it a given? No. But over time, when we practice anything, right, the chances increase that we'll achieve our goal. Like anything. Did I look silly while I was doing it? Maybe, but I was determined and focused. And I'm like, I'm going to do this. I'm capable of doing this. I can do hard things. And in the end, after literally such dedication to doing it, thank God I got it. I was so overjoyed. So it's practice, practice, practice. It's the little things, trying over and over again, noticing the small things, shifting this little technique, holding it straight, just little things that make a difference. And this is with throwing an axe. How often do we do that? But in our day-to-day relationships, focusing on the little things, that's what makes the biggest difference. The big gifts, right, that we give or get, they're wonderful. But then every day, maybe a note in the lunchbox, or an extra special hug or a kiss, or stopping for a moment to notice what the other person's doing. I want to share that Rabbi Ilan Feldman, in his interview with Raising a Mensch, shared, take one thing off of your to-do list. We have to do the dishes. We have to do the laundry. But be mindful of, maybe we can push it off for 5 minutes and just sit down on the couch and read the book together, or listen to a conversation that your child wants to share with you, even though the timing may be quote unquote inconvenient. So taking something off of your to-do list, and I would adding something to your to-be list, to be loving, to be caring, in the moment and present as much as possible. Just pausing for a minute, being, where are my feet right now? What am I doing? What's in front of me? We're often in the future, what needs to be done. We're often in the past of what didn't get done or mistakes that we made. But being present, the present is the gift. And Hashem is in the details. And noticing when things are going right, shining your light on what is going right, and being powerfully positive, which I'll talk more about next week. So our children aren't always, quote unquote, misbehaving. When are things going right? And are we saying something? When you see something, say something. So if you see it, say it. Just literally describe it. Be a reporter. Share what you're seeing. And then we feel seen. Who doesn't want to be seen and felt and heard? Nobody likes to feel invisible. So those are some things I want to leave you with. Consider taking one thing off of our to-do list, and so we can be present and be grateful for the gifts that we have each and every day. And remember, if our will is to develop and maintain and sustain connected, loving, respectful relationships with our kids and in our family, baby steps. It's the little things that make the biggest difference. I wish you a good Shabbos, Shabbat Shalom, And here is to growing and sharing your happy heart. I also want to invite you. I am going to be launching after the Chagim, after Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, and Sukkot and Sukkot, a 6-month program on parenting. Why 6 months? I've been in 3-month programs before. They're not long lasting. 6 months, it goes deeper, gives an opportunity for real change and transformation and growth that, God willing, is sustainable. And I really would love to talk to you about what is going to be included in the program. So if you would like to talk, just be curious about the program, or again, just reach out for a connection call. So you have free 20 minutes. I'm happy to hook you up with that. I'll put the link below. And again, have a beautiful Shabbos, and here's to growing and sharing your happy heart. Thank you for being here.